Hey YouTubers, it's Valerie with Money Mindset Coach. This is just a really quick video. I don't expect this to be this long, but I just had this idea. You know how those ideas just kind of happen? And all of a sudden you're like, man, I need to do a video about that. So anyway, welcome to my channel. If you have never been here before, if you are back and you have seen some of my other videos, thank you so much. I'm kind of gaining new subscribers all the time, which really excites me every time I check. So anyway, thank you so much. I talk about frugality, saving money, how to live a good life for less. Because you don't have to have a ton of money to live a good life. So anyway, that's kind of what I talk about. But what I'm talking about today is giving. And I do my budget every month. I just did my budget for July. And what I've been doing is I've been putting $50 for giving. I haven't found a regular church. And when you go to church, you know, you're supposed to give 10%. You're supposed to give a tithe. And I mean, I'm not saying your church doesn't need the money. They do. They have to pay the pastors. They have to pay all the people that work at the church. They have to pay them. And they have to pay the light bill. You know, there's things that go towards the money that you give when you go to church. I have not found a regular church, so I have to say that I have not been a regular churchgoer like I was for many, many years. I still believe, but I feel it's really important to give, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today. I literally went on the internet, and you know, you don't need a dictionary anymore. You can just go to Google, say, what's the definition of this? Giving. The definition of giving is to present voluntarily and without expecting compensation. You know, that says it pretty simply. And basically, I had this $50 in my I had a line in my budget for that, but there were months that went by that I don't think I gave anything. You know, it was money that I didn't spend, and that's wrong. You know, I really think giving is really important. So, last month, I thought about it and I thought, okay, I'm taking this $50. And I usually get out cash at the beginning of the month. And usually that's not where my giving money comes out of, but it did. It did this last month. But last month, I was on my way to have lunch with my friend Val, and I was listening to Dave Ramsey, and I think he mentioned something about giving. And whoever was on the show with him that day said something about, tipping the waitress, you know, really giving a good tip. And that was my thing. I was on the way to have lunch with a friend of mine, and I thought, that's what I'm going to do. So we had lunch at this Mexican restaurant that we have eaten at several times now, and I gave the waitress $20. I just put it on the table. You know, I don't think she knew. I didn't say, here is $20, because I believe that people don't really need to see you give. You can lay the money down on the table, walk out, not actually give it to them. You know, as long as they get it, it's fine. So that's what I did. And whoever that waitress happened to be that day was the person who was going to get blessed. And it made me happy to give that money to a waitress who, you know, how hard they work. That song by Donna Summer comes into my head. She works hard for the money. Waitresses work hard. My daughter-in-law was a waitress. She worked, well, I guess they don't call them waitresses anymore, the server. She was a server at Cracker Barrel. And she said there were definite times where she just cried. You know, she was dealing with somebody who was difficult. The waitress is the one who gets the gruff if the food isn't done well or not the way they ordered or whatever. I mean, they're the ones that take the grief from people, and it's not right because they had nothing to do with it, but they're the ones that end up dealing with it. So anyway, that was what I did last month. And then and then I went to another restaurant with two of my sons, and I gave that waitress $30. So 20 and 30. I could have done 25 and 25, but I don't think I had the right change or whatever. So anyway, she was very blessed too. And it made me feel good to do that. I positively really enjoyed it. So I was thinking when I was driving into St. Louis, and I was thinking, okay, what can I do this month with that $50? And when I go into St. Louis, and right when I get off the exit on the interstate, I come to a stop sign or stoplight, and there's always somebody standing there with a cardboard sign saying they're homeless, saying, you know, and I mean, I'm sure a lot of people give them money. I don't know if that's always the best thing to do because, you know, say they have an alcohol problem, they could just go to the liquor store up the street and buy something. And so I don't want to give actual cash. So I Googled what would someone who's, I mean, some people call them panhandlers, whatever, but they are people who, and I've seen all ages. I've seen young people. I've seen people as old as me standing out there with a sign saying that they're homeless, you know. Now, maybe they're not, and they're just standing there and getting money given to them. That's between them and God. I am going to go by face value, and I am going to believe if they say that they're homeless, if they say that they're in need, I'm going to believe that they are. So anyway, that was my idea. I thought, okay. But then I Googled, what do homeless people, what do they really need? Because the thing is you can give somebody something, but if they can't use it, that's not going to do them any good. It's going to be wasted money. I'm going to be buying something that they can't use. That's not good for me spending my money. It's not good for them because they can't use it. So I Googled, and toothbrush, toothpaste, hand sanitizer, lotion, razors, you know, there's all those kind of things, you know, the toiletries, you know, the things that they might need. Socks, you know, socks are important. I still remember the movie Forrest Gump, and when they get to Lieutenant Dan, and Lieutenant Dan always told them, have clean socks. Well, when you put brand new socks on that are clean, even just clean socks, but brand new socks, that's a huge thing. That is a wonderful feeling on your feet. Now, this particular place where I got off the interstate in St. Louis, there's a McDonald's right up the street. So I'm going to get some gift cards from McDonald's so they could go up to McDonald's and get a meal. I think that would be good too. This would be feeding them. This would be giving them some toiletries, things they really need. So that is what I am doing. for the month of July. That's what I'm going to do. Have any of the rest of you done that? What have you done as far as giving? I mean, you can give money, but you can also give time. Years ago, when I lived in Illinois, I volunteered at a horse rescue. These horses were, if they weren't making money at the racetrack, they were on the slaughter truck. And a friend of mine, well, I got to be friends with her. She started this horse rescue, and she had probably 45 horses there. And it was an honor to me to feed go there. I would go there once a week, usually on a Thursday. I think I was off on Thursday. I would go there, feed the horses, give them all water, give them fresh water. It was, and I'm a horse lover, so this was just like right up my alley. I positively loved it. I miss it to this day, and it's still there. It's still there. But it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And the really cool thing is I became a horse lover back in 1973. That summer, my mother had always wanted a horse, and she bought a Palomino horse that was 7 years old. Her name was Betsy. And for that summer, we were riding her. I was a horse lover from that moment. And 1973 was the year that Secretariat won the Triple Crown. Well, the really cool thing is this horse rescue that I worked at had one of Secretariat's grandsons. Now, he was used for stud for probably 600 times. So he had a lot of grandchildren. He had a lot of children, a lot of grandchildren. But the thing that was an honor to me is that I got to feed and take care of a horse that was related to Secretariat, my most favorite horse of all time, and one of the most beloved Triple Crown winners. So that was fun. But see, that was giving my time. You can do that. You don't have to give money. I have put that, in my budget. So I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to go to probably Walmart, go to the travel section and see what I can get. And then the store where I work, we have these small, cute little bags. I have actually some gift bags down in my storage room. I can use those too. But I'm going to take those and I'm going to fill them up. And I'm going to spend my $50, see what that gets me, and do this. And it's going to be good for them, but there is a feeling. There's the saying, it is better to give than to receive. And I totally, totally believe that. To see the joy on somebody's face when you give them something that they have wanted, or something that they would never buy for themselves, but you bought it for them, there is no better feeling in the world than giving like that. So that is what I'm doing. I'm just under 15 minutes. That's short for me because I like to talk. But anyway, like I say, like and subscribe. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Tell me if there's some way that you give to society through money, through time. There could be a lot of neat ideas out there because I'm looking for another idea for the month of August. So I would really appreciate that if somebody put something in the description of another way to give. I would be very, very happy. That would be thrilling. And we could all start a giving revolution. Wouldn't that be fun? I think that would be so much fun. So anyway, like I say every time, use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do without. Till next time, bye.